Hey guys, my name is Simpzy. How you all doing? Welcome back to some more Total War Rome 2. Here today on the channel, we're back with episode 3 of my DEI Divide Et Impera Spartan campaign. In today's video, we have to deal with the Illyrian Pirates, who surprise attacked me in the last episode, which was annoying. I wanted to go against the Daco-Thracians and the Barbarians to the north. I wasn't ready to push into Illyria, so now we have to double back and go over here. They do outnumber us with two armies by the look of it, but we have King Arius there of Sparta. In the last couple of episodes, if you haven't gone and watched them, highly recommend you do. We had wars against Epirus, Athens, Macedon, and now we have to deal with these Illyrian Pirates. Rome has taken the entirety of the peninsula. They're warring with Carthage. After throwing out Epirus as well. But this should be a good one. I'm curious to see what these Illyrian pirates come to parlay with us, I guess. Is that the word parlay? That sounds piratey. Okay, we're very much outnumbered there due to the garrison, so we'll withdraw back. Oh wow, we're actually outnumbered by about 1,500. We'll fight this one on the battlefield. Our first war against the Agoge, the Illyrians. So let's fight this one. Should be good. The Battle of Damnos, 274 BC. I don't know why I struggled to say that. It's pouring down with rain once again, and they are attacking us. Okay. The pirates have brought the seafaring weather, I guess. So we still haven't properly replenished Arius's, well, general's bodyguard from the last couple of fights. We haven't got too much cavalry either. So, to be honest, just looking at the amount of men we're losing per unit in some of our units, this army has seen better days. We're a little bit green around the gill, if I'm being honest. So, what have they got here? Just some light melee infantry. Hopefully, even though they outnumber us, I'm hoping we have unit quality over their quantity. Shut up, Mark Strong, I'm afraid. Shush yourself. But we'll slowly but surely move up and try and gain some ground. We'll try and just wrap around. I was like, we might be able to get some skirmish units, because we actually don't have any skirmisher cav. These are Macedonian lance units. Try and hit them. That's what I'm talking about. That's a good charge. Just need to be careful. In and out quite quickly. Okay, we're skirmishing with them. Oh, hang on. Oh, who can't do the Phalanx? It's that unit there. He has a different ability. I was gonna say, like, what? Like, grouping them all up should have been able to drop them all into Phalanx formation. But they're about to charge on in. The Illyrians. That might be a cool faction to play as. We even got some pikes here as well. Because we haven't been down to southern Greece in quite some time. And haven't replenished and repaired there. We've had to rely on conscripts from Epirus and Macedon, and levies from those two regions, which have more pikes and heavy cavalry. But it's good to see that after the conquest of Macedon and Epirus, we're getting Epirus pikes in and Macedonian cavalry as well. That's what I love about DEI. When you conquer a faction, you can really bring its units in. So they just got Illyrian swordsmen, which you have to watch out for. They actually might be a fun faction, playing as the Illyrians, being some pirate reavers. Let me know in the comments other factions and campaigns you like we do in the future. Oh my god, that guy just got stabbed by a blunt axe through the top end. Wasn't hacked and slashed, because there isn't like axe animations properly in Rome too. Looks a little bit goofy. Man, imagine that getting rip-roared through you. I think it would nearly be impossible. Getting stabbed by an axe. Crikey. Okay, we'll start wrapping around here now, because this battle is a lot more in my favour. Even though we haven't got the proper skirmisher cav and sort of the best sort of Rome 2 meta army comp breakdown. I like to have like 5-6 skirmishers, 4 units of cavalry. I think we're still going to do okay. We're still building this army back up because Epirus and Macedon really gave us a bit of a run for our money. We took high Spartan casualties in those 2 wars. But we haven't really yet reaped the rewards because we're back at war again with a war against the Ardui. We're slowly but surely now trying to just wrap around and gain some ground against them. Come on, brave Spartans, bring them down. Keep on pushing on. Come on. We're just carving through these lighter units on. There we go. Hacking and slashing. Tendons and bones. Getting stretched and smashed. Quite brutal, to be honest. They're now routing. Okay. Yeah, so now it makes me think, now that we're being drawn westward, do we go against the Romans? I don't know, let me know in the comments. I'm still undecided. I think once we deal with this war, we'll go north, deal with the Daco-Thracians and the barbarians. I don't have any ambition over the Danube. Because to be honest, there's not much over there. Resource-wise, it's like, you know what I mean? It's like really hard to defend those open steppe lands. And it's quite a decent investment to try and subdue the populace and convert it to your own. Like, is it worth it for those regions? Probably not. Okay, some of the Illyrian forces are holding for now, but once again, enemy infantry and AI charge headstrong in our Spartan hoplites and basically wash off us like water on rock. It's so good, man. That Phalanx formation is great. I've been saying this, Sparta is a really fun and enjoyable faction. I probably would recommend it if you're sort of new to DEI. Play as Rome or Sparta. They're definitely up there with the 2 best factions. Particularly when you fight so many field battles. We've been really quite fortunate in this series, episode 3. It's episode 3 and we've had like, I don't know, 5-6 battles, right? In the last couple of episodes, we haven't played a siege battle. It's fortunate for us because we're a heavily based hoplite faction, and trying to aggressively take a settlement with pikes is tough. It's tough on Rome too, let alone DEI, which makes Rome 2 even harder. Okay, so we're just running down the last lot of these casualties, but we might have to have another fight against the Ardui, which is annoying, because they seem to have 2 full stacks. They're in a pretty decent position. I'm quite surprised how aggressively they pushed us, because we weren't even going that way. I can't stand being surprise attacked, because I'm always unprepared and caught and exposed. I hate it. I like fighting offensive wars. I get ready, I'm like, okay, time for war, we attack. Preemptively being attacked is annoying, because you just get caught, you get frazzled. But hopefully we can make the Illyrians pay. But that's total war. You get surprised attack constantly. A heroic victory, that's decent. We'll claim that and end the battle there. Only 300 men lost. Another valiant Spartan victory. Couple hundred each for the Spartans as well. And there goes that army. And Damnos hopefully can fall to Spartan occupation. Excellent stuff. They have a secondary army moving in here now. Oh, okay. So they have better odds there. They're hitting my reinforcing army. And now they're going to hold. Okay. Just going through the end turn here. No one else is going to pop up and attack me. That's the last thing I want. A betrayal from Knossos or something. We still have to deal with them. I haven't forgotten about Crete in the south. Because we haven't got the entire region of Hellas technically yet. We took, well, Macedonia, the province, before we took Crete. Okay, welcome to the top of the turn. Nothing much is going on. Small construction report. Right, we need to deal with these armies now. So, we have 3 armies walking about. So, oh no, I went Canadian then. Walking about. Walk about, mate. Let's try and run you down. You're going to flee back. So, we'll allow Arius, the king of Sparta, to finish off the army we warred at the start of this video. We'll bring that down, and then we should be able to fully surround that last army to the south. My worry is the garrison being drawn out on the inside, so we might have to siege it to stop it, maybe, I don't know. We'll see how we go. Okay, so you've only got 11 units there, 9 in you. It's actually quite decent. We could be a bit passive and just pull back and rally up. And what does that bring it to now? That's 19, and then a secondary army. Like, I'm in no rush. Yeah, we've gained quite decent territory already. So, we'll move that army. So basically, that 3rd army is being used as a bit of a transport army. Ferrying soldiers and units to the front line. Okay, we've actually been attacked there. Oh, we've drawn out our garrison thanks to that other army. Oh wow, that garrison isn't very strong because we took Apollonia. But we'll auto-resolve this one because it's in our favour. But the secondary army is going to have their first fight of the series. Man, why are these pirates so hyper-aggressive? Their unorthodox approach is working. Okay. So, we'll get a couple more units here from Apollonia. We might not need to actually send it all the way down to Athens. It might be able just to hold here. So, we destroyed their 2 armies quite quickly. So, we could move up north. Yeah, I think we'll just give chase. So, move you down south. Okay, you could easily win that in an auto-resolve. But what I'll do, I'll quickly just send my spy. If she fails again, I'm going to be furious. About time! We've had 5 of those. We've been super unlucky with my agent. Yeah, that must be number 5. She's just like constantly been failing. Anyway, we'll move this army up. Oh, there's the Romans on the coast there. It's quite scary that they still have a rather large army at Taurus. They took it so quickly. Thankfully, I didn't go over there, overextend and essentially cause a diplomatic incident. We would have had to double back and deal with, well, Taurus now anyway. A decisive victory, and we've taken one of their provinces in one fell swoop. And unfortunately we can't use their buildings, which is annoying, so we're going to have to break down a lot of these. Okay, so let's secure my wife's promotion and allow her to be more of an influential political woman. The architect, noble daughter, prepares for your court. Her mother wants to join the temple of Yeah, she will not join and become a priestess. We'll import her as a character, because what you can do is we can adopt her, and then we can marry her off, and then we basically get a general spawned in our army. So that's always a really good idea. Unless you desperately need the money and you've got a stacked family tree, that would be the only other reason why you would take that. But we've got heaps of money, man. Our trade is flowing. Our taxes are on point. Oh, we've got to watch out for that protection warning, though that's expired. The last thing I want is to have a Spartan civil war. Man, could you imagine the madness that would ensue? And yeah, we can't really do anything else with her just yet, but we'll eventually adopt her in, and then hopefully she can get married off, and then have more family members. We could send her on a mission to level her up, maybe. Sure, why not? Oh, that's annoying. So during the end turn phase, we've actually been caught here. An army is pushed in. They might actually take this. No, they haven't. They just sacked it. The grubs. The Great Fire of Athens. Okay, I guess we're snowballing a little bit, so the AI needs to hit us with an RNG event. Minus 50% wealth from culture. Far out. Minus 10. No! And all my buildings have been destroyed. That's so infuriating. Okay, so we're going to push towards the last of the Illyrians, but check this out. To secure this entire province, there's another bunch of barbarians that are pushed up. There's not overly too much in that army. I don't know why they're like nearly stopping us to push into Illyricum. Yeah, Ida or these Ida barbarians. We could just attack them because their army is quite exposed. Like, we'll poison it. Because I thought I would think actually Illyria would have all of the province. You'd think, oh, successful. Yeah, we'll attack this because it's just basically us to being attacked. Look at this huge ambush out of nowhere. 5,000 Spartans are going to spend upon this other minor, essentially Illyrian culture group. So we'll get rid of them because then we can march north and take the entirety of the province of Illyricum under our control because they're probably going to push towards our border anyway and attack us. Like, why not? Oh, they've allied up with them now, but it's still not enough to stop the conquest and onslaught of Sparta. Excellent stuff. Yeah, a little bit surprised. Didn't think I'd be fighting Illyrians in today's episode towards the end of the last, but so be it. We've managed to kick the pirate scurvy dogs to the ground. And this should theoretically be the last of them. I doubt they've got another province anywhere else. They could in the north, potentially, because they did have 2 armies, which is quite a bit. Maybe. My Imperium's gone up. I think it's just the army, though. Alright. Cool beans. Cool beans. So we could. I think we should play this one. Yeah, we can deal with the last of them. And we'll push into Ida. I think if they say it, or Ida. Whatever. And then we've got Illyricum fully under our control. A good resource of slaves as well, because we get a lot of buffs to the helot repression stuff. Okay, so I've got 2 children now with King Areios. The Spartan lineage and line is secure. Oh, I can't adopt any of these dreadnoughts that I've got in for whatever reason. I guess we'll just adopt the noblewoman for now. That's what I'm talking about. And then what we'll do, we'll marry her off. And now you basically get a free general that you can control. I think it's got something to do with their zeal. Yeah. Unfortunately, King Areios wasn't sort of stacked abilities-wise and politically early on in our campaign. So, yeah, we're gonna have to swap out those generals who are pretty decent commanders now, which is unfortunate. We've got a slight rebellion here, but rebellions. Sparta doesn't have rebellions because they're quashed so quickly. So we'll bring him in. Alright, let's finish this off now. And then take the entirety of Illyricum. Yeah, because we got attacked there, just on the border. Had a quick battle. Okay. Yep, we can push in and take the province now. Oh man. Yeah, you just got to be careful when you push all the way up to Illyria, because as you can see, it's a little bit deceiving on the coast, but this settlement is just across. It's in shooting distance from Arrhenium, which is a huge northern Roman city, as you can see. So it's not hard for both factions here to sort of attack each other over the coast. Objective issued. Oh wow, we've completed it. Maintain 60 units. Wow. What a huge amount of money we've got there. That's really going to help us out. Kidnap, bribe, did nothing. I guess bribe is probably the play for this one, you'd think. Sure, let's just do that. It's mostly just being shrewd in those missions, I think. We can chuck out some of these household traits as well. We don't want to spend too long essentially. Okay, construction-wise, I think it's probably a good idea just to show the buildings that I'm using. I don't tend to show construction too much because it just gets a little bit boring in my opinion, just saying all the value changes and stuff. But grain pits, we're in a little bit of a food crisis at the moment, which is, well, rather annoying. The slaves isn't too high, but yeah, I thought there'd be a lot more food in Greece. It makes sense. We need to rely on fishing and trade. We've got... yeah, just food problems, and we just need to basically get farms in. Grain pits are good. They really support our armies pushing into foreign territory. We also have... I tend to build up my main city building as well, as quick as I can, just to get that garrison in. And we've got some minor rebellions popping up as well, but everything's okay. We're getting a lot of events here. I guess just disrupt the plot. Don't need to be too brutal. Right, I'm currently negotiating here with Crete, and they are more than happy to accept a confederation. Now, I'm really happy to do this, even though we're going to lose a huge chunk of our treasury, because Crete can be a bit of an annoying place to take, because you have to build up a rather large army and get supplies. But I guess they wanted to join the Spartan army. They've got pretty decent armies here, like 2 huge armies. We definitely don't need them. So what I'm going to do is disband them. We just don't need them. They're not defending that island really much anymore. So that's a really good, another source of fish as well. Crazy. Okay, so skipped a little bit ahead. We're in a bit of a time of peace here in, well, Greece and Illyria. We've got really good relations with the Romans. We might even be able to get an alliance with them, which would be really good. Our food is back on track. It's 270 BC in autumn. We have just some small rebellions. Another Athenian rebellion. Another rebellion popped up, but this one is Athenian. And we've got 3 full stacks in operation. So this is how the world is looking in the Aegean. Egypt have expanded slightly. Syracuse still hold their independence. And we are going to declare war upon the fractured and broken Daco-Thracians. So we'll move 1 army in, and then we'll move these guys in as well. So let's just see the odds on this one. If it's a decent auto resolve, I think we'll do it. Yeah, look at that. 95% in our favour. There's no way in hell those barbarians are going to stand against us. But we'll definitely play a battle against some of these barbarians to the north, because the Daco-Thracians, well, more or less the Adrician kingdom, is quite a decent faction to come up against. But we are spending a lot more now finances, because we're spending a lot of our finances on construction now, because we're actually taking different cultural affinity factions. Oh, here we go. Royal rival comes of age. We can welcome him to the party. I guess we don't have a choice. He'll eventually come, I guess, because... where is he? No, the notifications popped up. He hasn't come in just yet. Oh, here he is. A new royal rival. Yeah, Leonidas II. King of Sparta. Yeah, so this is cool, because you can get these important characters in. We had a lot of Seleucus and was it Antiochus and Antigonid generals, wasn't it? In the Seleucid campaign. Same with Athens as well. The Romans had a lot of famous... didn't we have like the Gracchi brothers in or something? I can't remember. There was a fair few of them, which is cool. Okay, so I guess we bring Leonidas II in, a descendant of the famed Spartan king Leonidas, who commanded the 300. So we'll bring him on in. He can help us in this northern war. So once we sort of secure this northern border just south of the Danube, we can really push east or west. Oh, here we go. So yeah, we'll bring in Leonidas, right? He's going to put down this Athenian rebellion. which is kind of hilarious. His first real task. That's alright. He's even going to bring out the Athenian garrison. But it's great to see the Athenians still being resilient to their oppression, I guess. Rising back up after being conquered. Okay, still continuing northeastward. We're pushing to Philippopolis. We have 2 full stacks pushing on. And we'll be able to hopefully take our second settlement in the region of Thrace. We don't have the money to do an army sabotage, that's annoying. Okay, anyway. We'll move in King Areus, the conqueror of Greece and Illyria. But he now has an heir to rise to the throne if anything sort of happens to him, Leonidas II. And so it looks like they're going to make me siege this. Yeah, on auto resolve. It will save us so much casualties, which is awesome. Yeah, so the Greeks wanted to sally out and attack, while the barbarians tend to force us to take a siege. And it's another minor faction destroyed. In the north, Philippopolis is under our control. Okay, so we need aqueducts. We're getting to the point where our pestilence is growing quite a bit. That's where well, we were dealing with the food problem. We put a lot of tech into that. Now we have to deal with the plague problem. Yeah, so look at this. Minus up. It's happening all in Macedon here. So we're gonna have to break down some buildings and bring in the aqueduct to help with our public sanitation. There's even some temples that help. Okay, well, unfortunately it's time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching episode 3. We've had a really successful episode. This is the Spartan Empire in its glory. Carthage is still holding on. As you can see here, Egypt has come into our sphere of influence. They've pushed into Asia Minor. We've got to keep pretty good relations with them. Rhodes and Pergamon are still independent. And now we have 2 full stacks in the border. We might actually play this bridge battle at the start of the next, because we want to push towards Odessa and declare war upon the Idrisian kingdom. But at the moment, everything is coming up Sparta. Greece and Illyria is fully under our control, and we're going to make our plans eastward, because I actually don't think if we went to war with the Romans, we'd probably win. I feel like the balance of power is more so weighted in their favour. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed today's video. I've had an absolute blast playing this afternoon. It was a lot of fun. I'm really enjoying this Spartan campaign. It's really enjoyable. So, unfortunately, got to end it here. Got to say thank you to this month's channel patrons and members as well. So I'm going to play the outro now. Stay tuned for more videos on the channel. Take care. Unfortunately, it's time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Check out my social media links in the description below if you'd like to stay connected with me. Let me know feedback and suggestions for the video. Got to say a huge thank you to my patrons and channel members: Victor K, Sebastian C, Jordan K, Caesar L, Brian S, Tal, Liam B, Kyle P, Tom C, and Wyatt P. So thanks guys, my name has been Simpzy, much love from Australia, goodbye.